Dear students, I myself, Dr. Bharat Parab, discussing topic comparing quantities. Okay, some abbreviations, that is short forms, definitions and formulae used in this topic. You will see this now. We will see the abbreviations first. MP is market price, SP is sale price, CP is cost price, SI is simple interest, CI is compound interest, ST is sales tax, and VAT is value added tax. These are two taxes. So you need to know the full form of all these abbreviations, as your problem or your formula may give only short form and they need not give in full form. So you need to know all this by heart, all this. Okay. Then definitions and formulae. First definition, discount. Discount is reduction given on market price. Sometimes some shopkeeper or some company reduces the price of their product and sell for the lesser price. So the market price is higher and the sale price is lesser. The difference between market price and sale price is called a discount. Okay, so this may be in percentage or maybe in rupees, depends, but you know what is discount. Now overhead expenses, additional expenses made like packaging, storage, transport, etc. after buying goods. You buy some goods and you need some different packaging or cold storage or some other storage, transport from one place to another. So you spend some money on this. So these are called overhead expenses. Now that is added to your cost price. Okay, the cost price is buying price plus overhead expenses because you have spent this on this. Okay, so your cost price increases, the buying price plus overhead. You remember this. Okay, now we come to the another aspect of this. Compound interest, CI, is the interest on principal after adding previous year's interest. We will come to know this as you go ahead. Okay, that after for simple interest we take interest for a year, and we in case of simple interest we don't add it to the principal, but in compound interest we add it to the principal. We will come to know as we try to solve some problems on this. Just remember or just by heart like this, then amount A is equal to P plus I. Okay, we move on to the another slide. Conversion period. You just remember this, you will come to know on this as you go ahead and try to solve some problems. I have only accumulated all this in the beginning. If you don't understand it, just leave it and see as you go ahead and come across this term in the discussion. But this is the time period after which interest is added to the principal in case of compound interest. You will come to know or understand it better when you try to solve some problems on compound interest. Okay, now profit is sale price minus cost price. Of course, if sale price is more than your cost price, you are in a positive term, it is a positive profit. Okay, so your sale price has to be more to make a profit, but sometimes it so happens that sale price is little less than the cost price and is called a negative profit or loss. Okay, just go through this and you will come to know as you go ahead in the discussion. Now very important part of this particular topic is simple interest and compound interest. Now this is a formula for simple interest, that is principal. Leave this P aside in the beginning and take only consideration on this, that the principal P into rate of interest R divided by 100 into number of years. Remember it just as it is, and you will definitely remember as you go ahead and try to solve some problems yourself, and you need not remember it again and again if you try to solve the problems. But this is, remember, this is only the interest formula, and when you add principal it, you get amount A. You will come to know all this as we go ahead. Just remember amount A for simple interest is P plus this interest. Okay, And why you have to separate it from this is compound interest. Is compound interest is something different. Amount A for compound interest is equal to principal P into this bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n, where R is a rate of interest and n is a number of years. Okay, we will derive this formula in some other video. In the for the time being, you just remember this. Okay, you may need to write it every time when you try to solve the problem, and if you try to solve the problem yourself, you will definitely remember this and use it. Okay, so we now move on to the another term, ratio and percentage. Ratio is some term like this, 1 divided by 5, or we read it as 1 is to 5. And percentage ratio is this term multiplied by 100. This will be clear from the examples given below. Now we try to tackle some examples. See this example. A football team won 10 matches out of total number of matches they played. Now we do not know how many matches they played, but we know how many matches they won. They won 10 matches. Okay. We will be using this data to solve the problem. If their win percentage was 40, see the percentage win was 40, then how many matches did they play in all? Okay, now always use this method. They have given this data where percentage is given and matches is given, so write like this: percentage on one side, we may write it on left hand side or right hand side as your convenience, but I have written like this. So percentage is on this side, then percentage always on the left hand side, and subject should come below subject. In this case it is matches. So 40% they won, so percentage, and how many won? 10. So 40 corresponds to 10. Then how much corresponds to 100? Okay, now this and this, when after writing like this, go for cross multiplication, and x should go there, and 100 should go there, and 40 should go like that. Generally when you multiply like this, write so on the one side terms below one side like this. There is no hard and fast rule, you can even write the other way around, but that is 100 into 10 divided by 40 anyhow, but this is uh, general just for convenience. Okay, now we try to solve the problem. This goes with this and this goes with this to 25 matches. Okay, the answer is 25, and they played 25 matches. Okay, another slide. Okay, this that if Chameli had 600 left after spending 75% of her money, how much did she have in the beginning? Okay, now read this problem very carefully. Generally you need to read all the problem, understand the problem very carefully, try to understand what data is given and what you have to find out. Okay, then you will not again make any mistake. Now Chameli had 600 rupees left. She brought some rupees. Now she has only 600 rupees, but this spending was 75%. Okay, so spend, so what she has now is only 25%. Okay, now this is, she has only 25%. Okay, now we are trying to see this is, I have written it here. See, 25% amount has not been spent, which is still with her. So now percentage, below percentage, as I told you that 25% corresponds to 600, that is 25% corresponds to 600. Then what is 100? 100, what is the total amount, which is 100%, is y. Okay, now cross multiply. See, it is very easy if you try to solve the problem yourself. See, I am writing 100 divided by 25, this goes up, 25 comes down, y goes up here. Okay, so 25 is 40 and 4 into 600 is 2400 total amount she has. Okay, so these are the problems. Try to solve some more problems and you will try find it very easy. Okay, and use this method. This is very convenient method. Okay. So here we are tackling an problem on this, an example of ratio and percentage. See, this is a problem. In a primary school, the parents were asked about the number of hours they spend per day in helping their children to do homework. Okay, are you getting this? There were 90 parents who helped for half to 1.5 hour. See this very properly. Okay, 90 parents help for half to 1.5 hour. The distribution of the parents according to the time for which they said they help is given in the adjoining figure. That is by the data given by the parents that in helping the children in homework is given in this. What it says is 20% help for more than 1.5 hour. Okay, 20% helping for 1.5 hour, more than 1.5 hour, and 30% help for half to 1.5 hour. 30% help for half to 1.5 hour. See, I have marked it red just to highlight it because we have another data also that half to 1.5 hour. This matches that this is given in percentage and this is given in number. So this is matching. Okay, we will go ahead and see how it works. We read it here that 50% did not help at all. Okay. Now using this, you have to answer these questions. How many parents were surveyed? Okay. How many parents were asked? So with this, now this we have to observe this. 50% did not help at all. 20% help for more than 1.5 hour. Okay. Then 30% help for half to 1.5 hour. This is very important. That's why I marked it because this is given in percentage and same correlated figure is given here. 90 help for half to 1.5 hour. That means 30 corresponds to 90. That is given in this, and we have to solve the or other questions or answer these questions on this data. Okay, so I am doing it. Now if you write percentage here, write percentage below percentage or subject, in this case parents, parents below parents. Okay, if you are comfortable with writing a percentage on right side and subject on left side, that okay, but do write percentage below percentage if you are writing on right side. Ultimately you are going to get the same expression which is unknown, and this is going to be the same one. Okay, so I am writing percentage. 30% corresponds to this 90. Okay, then we want a full 100%. The 100% corresponds to x. Okay, now cross multiply and you get it 90 upon 30 into 100. So 0 goes and 3 into 30, so 30 into 10 is 300 parents. So total 300 parents were surveyed. Okay, this is the first answer. We will move ahead the second answer on the second slide. How many say they did not help at all? Okay, 50%. This is given in 50%. Now you have to uh, uh, say the number, or you have to answer in number. Okay, 100% is 300, then 50% will be of course 150. But you have to show the calculations. Okay, so percentage below percentage, as in the previous case, the 100 corresponds to 300 and 50 corresponds to y, and you get here y. If you cross multiply it, 300 upon 100 into 50, if you cross multiply is 3 into 50 is 150 parents. So 150 parents, that means 50% parents did not help at all. Got it? And the third question is, how many said they help for more than 1.5 hour? Of course, figure given in percentage is 20%. Now we are trying to convert it. Now same thing, 100 corresponds to 300, then 20% corresponds to Z, cross multiply it, the Z goes, see here, you cross multiply it, see how I have done it, 300 divided by 100 into 20, that if you cancel these zeros, you get 30 into 2 is 60 parallels. 60 parallels held for more than 1.5 hour. Okay, so your question is asked, you know how to do it. This is Dr. Bharat Parab. If you have any difficulty, please let me know through comment section and I shall definitely solve it. Do it. All the best. Okay. So we move ahead to finding increase or decrease percentage. Okay. This will be clear from this example. Consider the price of a motorbike was 48,000 last year. Okay. If there is increase of 20% in the price, what will be its price now? Okay, so we need to convert this 20%, which is increase in rupees. We are given 48,000 as a total price, so we write percentage and subject. In this case, is price of a motorbike. If you use this format, all the problems will be easy. So instead of doing it directly like this, so use this. Okay, so percentage is 100% and 48,000 rupees as given here. Then 20% as given here is y. Need to find y. Cross multiply. Okay. So y equal to 20 upon 100 into 48,000. We cancel these two zeros and we get 9600. Increase in price in rupees. Okay. Hence the new price will be 48,000 plus 9600. That will be 57,600 in rupees. Okay. But for some reason the price decreased by 5%. Now here it is decrease. Then what will be the price? Okay, you need to find this 5% in terms of rupees as given here. So you use the same formula, same format, percent and subject. So 100 corresponds to 48,000. So 5 corresponds to Z. Now cross multiply and find the value of Z, which is a decrease. So we get this, we cancel this 0 0 and get 2400. This is decrease in price. Okay, so we subtract this price. So 48,000 minus 2400 is 45600 in rupees. Okay, got it. So this is all about increase and decrease percentage and of any in this case it was vehicle or any goods. So we move ahead with this.